Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are making a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. So we're working on getting these chasm triggers working, right? So like they pull us into the chasm. It's just that when we die we keep dying. So we need to figure out what is happening that is keeping us dying so that we can respawn us safely. So I guess the first place I want to start with that is maybe the debug here where we print, and actually I think we're printing it up in our scene. No, where are we printing our... Okay, in our map. Okay, yeah, let's take this off. We want to print a couple values for our player here. So we can say first is player falling. Then we can check maybe chasm falling. And maybe just that for now and just see. So this would be falling. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so we are still falling. Okay, so our player falling is all jacked up. Our chasm falling isn't looking much better either, but let's see where we're triggering this fall. So maybe we can say falling gets true. Okay, so we have this falling trigger and a change fall, oh, chasm fall timer. Okay, where was the other one? It was... What did I just do, man? They're both in the map, so there's one at 240 and one at 337. Okay. So here's the two times we're triggering falling. Under a fall trigger and a chasm trigger. So falling was a separate, you know, what we're doing if we're falling, we're changing our animation to the falling animation and then doing certain stuff like not checking for collision anymore on pits, stuff like that. And then we added chasm falling because chasms just function different than pits, so we needed something different. So let's see this fall timer threshold. So it's like this fall timer. Wonder where we're doing this fall timer stuff. Okay, well, we're doing it in our pits. We cycle through our pits. If we're within range, then we're going to update that fall timer. If we're outside of that range, reset the timer to 0. Anywhere else with chasms, maybe. No. Okay, so fall timer may be another candidate to debug, but it shouldn't even be on here. So like it shouldn't get incremented because there's no pits in this scene. There's only chasms. So come on. Let's do this. Fall timer. Okay, and then yeah, we shouldn't have a fall timer because we're not triggering any collision with pits here. Wow, that was jacked up. Well, why did fall timer got reset to -2 there? That makes sense actually, because we're using fall timer to be a negative number, count up to 0 for whatever reason, and then we reset it upon death. So I'm not too worried about that, but we become falling if we've passed this chasm timer. We reset the chasm fall timer. We are no longer chasm falling. Okay, so hey, what's up, Loki? Good evening. So yeah, our falling field is just incorrect. We should look at once. I think it has to do, you know what we should do? We should print up, we have a, is it falling false? Where is it? We have this thing where if our last or times played is equal to 1, yeah, okay. No, not here. Shoot. Not equal to 1, but equal to 1. Okay, shoot. I don't even know where to start with this one, man. I know when we're setting fall to true, we're doing something. Well, no. Falling to false. When we stop falling, I thought we did this thing where we were like resetting our animation, because we're not resetting the animation here. So what happens if we respawn? Do I have it? So what would it be? Oh, graveyard trigger right here. Okay, so see, and this is weird. I feel like this is where we might be messing up, because we're saying if our animation for falling has played, then we're gonna become falling false. Graveyard true, we're going to reset the fall timer to -2. That's where the -2 came in. We're going to reset our falling times played, but also change our animation to walk down. So if we were to print up this, say, hey, how many times have our falling animation played? Let's do this in the map debug. And we'll see. Oh. Yeah, so we want this. Okay, times played. If this is all wacky, then this is probably the culprit. Well, it gets reset to 0. Yo, what up, Real Rev? How's it going, dude? I instantly just wanted to show you some more Pokemon cards. I did get what I did get. I got this Japanese 151 Dragonair. Can't really see it that great. Yeah. And then I got this Grusha because I like the anime Freerin, and Grusha looks like Freerin. so I totally got a Grusha. Yo, what up, Squinch? Yo, and then yeah, thanks for Whip. I know you a homie that'll appreciate it. Okay, so for whatever reason, falling is just still true. Now, if we were to, our X position is getting tweened. It's tweened all right. So maybe. There's got to be another time where we're triggering this falling to be equal to true. Okay, so maybe this... Where are we updating fall timer? Because maybe our fall timer... Let's just try taking off the fall timer threshold and see. No. Okay, so it's not in our... I'm going to leave that off for now, I think. It's not in our fall timer, which that's only getting incremented if we're colliding with a pit. But we need to find where we're setting it to true and see what isn't getting reset. So like here is the chasm fall. Okay, chasm fall timer. Okay, so where are we doing this chasm fall timer incrementation? We do it here if we're falling anywhere. Okay, we need to cease falling. Okay, so what we need to do here is, I'm just going to stub out a method that we need to write. And it's going to be reset falling direction. And we're just going to run that method. So let's reset falling direction. Here. It should be, it's on a player. So we need to go to our player class. Okay. And yeah. I already forgot the name of it, but it was... Reset. Damn it, I already forgot the name of it. We call it reset falling direction. Okay. Takes in no arguments, because all it's going to do is, you know, reset all of our falling directions. Okay, this should actually fix it. So when we trigger a fall, we change animation to fall, we reset falling direction so we're no longer falling. Oh shoot. No, this is when we need to do this when we respawn. We're not even respawning at our checkpoints right now. I think that's by design. But well, so we move our player to what I call the graveyard, which is just outside of the screen. We reset our tween timer. Reset our damage. Oh no, this is... Okay. So, this isn't really the graveyard trigger. This is like, well... Yeah, we send a graveyard here. Okay. So as we... This is like the instant we stop falling, right? Because we change our animation to a walk down and we go to the graveyard. So if we're in the graveyard, we're just going to reset our falling direction so we don't have a falling direction when we respawn. Yes. Okay, well now we're not checking collision. Oh, our chasm falling is still true. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, it's almost like... That's weird that it messed up like that. Like, it triggered... Two falls. Yeah, 2 falls. Why? Maybe we just need to be in the graveyard a little longer? Because our tween value is faster on a chasm than the pits are. Yeah, man, exactly. There's one direction 8 times in this game. Okay, so I don't like that we do this here. But look, if we're graveyard, we set a timer. Okay, so I'm just gonna like increase our respawn timer and see if that fixes the double issue. No, it doesn't. It got closer though, right? So like what's happening is it still thinks we're falling? Yeah, it still thought we were falling, so we should become falling false. We are right here. So something might... We send to graveyard, and then in the graveyard, if we say we're no longer falling... Shit. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, it's close. I feel like it's with this where I feel like it's the issue of this animation times played. So maybe I feel like we're doing something weird with our tween value, or let's try to change our tween value for the chasms. Okay, chasm fall tween. Let's just increase this time and see if that helps us. So if we fall over the course of 3 seconds instead of 1, it'll be, you know, a lot slower. Oh, that is weird. I didn't think it would do that. Did we not save that? That looked the same speed. Chasm fall tween. Okay. Okay, so I think the issue is, sure, we're tweening our value that fast, but we're triggering our falling animation here with a 0.3. So let's just do 1 second and then trigger the fall, and we'll see. We should speed up our tween again. So we'll speed up our fall tween so we actually move a little bit faster, but we're triggering the animation of falling a little bit later. And then we'll maybe see if that affects the respawn. No. Okay. Well, we do get flush to false. So our chasm falling... Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Our chasm falling gets flush to false, and then it detects like another fall. Because we do set both the falling and chasm falling to false, but it doesn't stay that way. It works sometimes. See, so why did we have a falling direction there? Okay, let's try to figure out where to... Because the movement we get is because... Oh, we might need to timer clear... We might need to timer clear the tween, because by the time we respawn, if our distance is... It's still wanting to tween us. Yeah, I think we do want to clear our tweens. Timer.clear is what we need. Because we... Oh yeah, and we do this in the graveyard. It doesn't explain why the animation is still falling though. But let's try to do this for the chasms. Chasm falling. Gosh. Okay, so if our falling animation is played more than once, we're going to reset our timer so that we don't have any leftover tween values. And let's just see if that helps anything. It's looking pretty damn good. Let's turn off some of the debugging we've got. And I want to turn off the colliders here for the pits. And then test. It's looking good. The animation is triggered a little too soon, I think. It's looking really good. The hitboxes look spot on for this. Yeah, I think we just need to change the time until we trigger the animation, which we had it as a magic number. Oh god. Of course, everything's 0.3. Damn it. Okay, it wasn't 0.3. It was... What did we do? Chasm timer? Chasm fall timer? Okay, so we're incrementing our chasm fall timer. Okay, 1 second. If our timer's greater than 1 second, see, it doesn't feel like that. Because if we say greater than 3, oh, yeah, that is closer. It didn't feel like 1 second, but I guess maybe the tween was just too slow. Okay, maybe 1 is right. We just need to tween a little faster. Yeah, let's tween. Oh yeah, this used to be 3, right? Oh, that's way slow. Okay. Shit, that one was way fast. Oh, you know what? I don't think... Are we resetting our chasm fall timer? Yeah, we are. Okay. Why? It didn't feel like 1, I'll tell you that much. Because look, the first time we trigger it... Yeah, it looks like we wait a whole 1 second. But then the second time we trigger it, it falls right away. So let's just maybe get that back as a debug, and we'll get this. It's not falling, it's chasm fall timer. See, look, it didn't reset. Okay, well, we need to reset it upon a graveyard then. So not here, but in our graveyard, we'll reset it. There we go. Okay, so now the threshold, we need a non-magic number this. So when we do our chasm fall timer. I just saw it. Oh lordy. Right here. So this needs to be some constant of chasm fall trigger or something. Chasm fall animation. Chasm fall anim timer. And we'll just do, it's at 1 now, so let's try 0.8 and we'll see. Okay, it needs to be a little bit faster. So half a second. So we tween for half a second. We change to falling. And you know what? Yeah, I think we should change our vertical. Wow, that's looking pretty good though. See, and this is the reason we did this whole thing, is that if you walk just to the side, it only pulls you, well, now that I'm thinking about it, because if we walk at an angle, see how it pulls us diagonally? Because it has to pull us to the origin position of a chasm. So if we're not lined up with a tile, it'll tween us in a Y direction here. Okay. We need to stop inputs from changing our position or DX if we are chasm falling. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, let's just change our, I don't know, I feel like I want to make the tween a little longer and make the timer a tad longer too. Just so it pulls us a little slower. Okay. Okay. So basically we need to find where we're doing any I want to say see, it's tough because the I think once we get in the range of a chasm, we become chasm falling, which means we're going to tween. But if we wanted to stop any keyboard input from moving its DX and DY, because like if you hold a direction while you're falling in a chasm, it looks a little pixely because it's trying to move, but then we're retweening back. So I don't know what that means. I thought we had something in the pits, like if we're pitfall, we don't handle, or I guess if not falling. Okay, if the player's falling, we do this. Okay, so let's reset our DX and DY also, or if we're pit falling or chasm falling. Yeah, and you know what? It's almost like it's almost like we don't need to, it's like we can mesh falling and chasm falling, because now that, you know, the falling, the whole reason to do this chasm falling separately was so that if we collide on a orthogonal boundary of a chasm, that we would just be tweened perpendicular, like just pull, you know, not any of this diagonal stuff if we collide orthogonally. So it's really tough to figure out that. I mean, I guess I don't know how to figure that out, because in order to find out if we're falling diagonally or orthogonally, what we're doing is we're checking for collision with each chasm. And the problem is when we have a top left collision on one chasm and a bottom left collision on another chasm, then when we're cycling through our chasms, it only detects the top left on that one given chasm, so it triggers a top left fall, instead of waiting till it's cycled through all the chasms and checked for all of the colliding hitboxes on our player, and then at that point it would assign the direction. So there probably is a way to do it. Let's see if this DX is looking better here. Yeah, it is. Cool. See, because I like that they would. Oh well, sometimes. Oh, I don't know. It does look better. Just right there, it got all jittery. I think it might be, though, the tween. Okay, so now let's see if we can juke above it. Oh, and that was the other reason why we recoded it, because you were able to just pass. You were able to pass a chasm just by walking over it and changing your direction. But now, if we detect that collision, it's pulling us in no matter what, boy. Yeah. Okay, let's take off. I do just want to play a little bit with the bats on and the new chasms, because I think that would be fun. Because the idea is the bats spit, which knock you back, which could knock you back into a chasm, make you fall. So if we go to our declarations here, we can go find our bats, and we can turn on our bats again. At least a couple of them. Okay, there's 2 bats. That's good. Let's see. Yes. Yes. That's the idea. Now, the big thing is, we need to see how we either, oh, that looks awesome. We can do this a special way. You know, we get to decide in the overworld. Oh, the bats look so cool. In the overworld, when we die, we respawn with a checkpoint position, and our checkpoint position gets populated anytime, every like 1 or 2 seconds. Every 1 or 2 seconds that we are not colliding with a pit. So we need to do something similar. So there's the big thing is, yo, thanks Rev. Yeah, that was fun to animate. I love that he turns into like 1 red pixel at the end, like. Okay, walk state still has a print. Okay, I'm so happy this is finally working though. So, if we look here, we've got this checkpoint position and it's updating over time. right? But right here, our checkpoint position was technically where we died because we snagged that position before we died. And then we did like a manual reset. And we did this because for two reasons. Yeah, normally we reset our position here with a checkpoint position. And the issue with that is if the bats, let's say we're at like a really narrow chasm and that was the last safe checkpoint position, but then the bats shoot us and they're still lingering around, then when we respawn, we could respawn right where a bat is. And right now, we don't have any sort of system to check for a safe spot other than was Tashio just walking here and it wasn't colliding with a pit. We need to add chasms to that so it doesn't pull a chasm coordinate to respawn into. But on top of that, any entity that we could respawn and be colliding with, we'd need to change. But then, we're blind. We don't know what's a legal place to stand. So I'm kind of thinking that at least in the dungeons, we can have just a coordinate as a respawn coordinate for the dungeons so that you go to the entrance of the dungeon when you die instead of a checkpoint position. Ever since I showed Pokemon cards, I've been blurry. I don't know how to fix it. It's looking better now. Yeah, so we need I think we need to figure out a way to pass a respawn point, just like how we were doing this with checkpoint positions. Checkpoint position X. Checkpoint positions X. So let's do this where we put, oops. We're going to assign our X to be equal to the player's dot checkpoint positions X. So we do need to fix this because it's going to spawn us into a chasm and then we're just going to fall again. Well, let's see. No. Okay, we're doing... We've got to be overriding this checkpoint position somewhere. Or are we just not updating it now? No, we're updating it. Okay. We're printing up these values, so we know they're getting set. But when we respawn, we're respawning at a hard-coded tile size times 3 or something. Okay, here's where we're overriding it. Yep, okay. So this checkpoint positions X. Yeah, we'll bring that back. But then when we assign our checkpoint positions X right here, we need to make sure... actually, no. We need to see where we're doing our checkpoint position. Okay, here. If our counter... Okay, if not in the graveyard and pit count is 0... Pit count is 0. What? We're going to loop through our pits. We're going to count how many pits. If we have no pits, we're going to count. And if our counter is greater than 1, we're going to just snag a checkpoint position. But why is it if pits is 0? Because we should snag a checkpoint position even if we have a pit on the screen. I don't know why we did that. So this is where we're snagging it, but we have to say, I thought we would have been doing this based on if we were falling or not, because checkpoint positions with an S. We really only do it... We set it upon initialization. Oh, we set it here. Oh, we reset it here. This is if we warp, we reset it. Okay, so let's add... We want to add and our player chasm fall. And we're not falling. Okay, so if we're not falling, and we're not chasm falling, then let's go update our checkpoint position in that 1 second counter. So let's see. So checkpoint, well, we're not updating our checkpoint. Really? What? Okay. See, this is it. Like the checkpoint we had put us right into the pit. Oh God. Okay. If not graveyard. I don't know why we did it like this. And pit count is 0. Oh, it's not pit count, it's like pit collide count, because we're incrementing pit count upon a colliding with the self. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so that makes sense why we weren't updating. Okay, so yeah, this should be called pit collide count, just for clarity's sake. Okay, so if we have a counter from not colliding with pits, shoot though, because we have a We have pit is 0. And we cycle through our pits. Count how many pits there are that we are colliding with. And if we are not colliding with any of those, we increment our counter. Okay, this is just so weird. I don't like this. Because that's assuming if there's no pits on screen, which in the dungeon there are no pits, there's only chasms, then you always just pull in your checkpoint position, which is not what we want. So I don't like how we did this. So we can do this based on falling. You know, we shouldn't do this. Let's try it. You know, we can get rid of all this. Except I'm going to keep, like, this is what we need, right? The actual logic. Okay, so we're going to say, I'm going to get rid of this pit count. We're going to say if we're not graveyard and we're not falling and we're not chasm falling, then go ahead, update our checkpoint positions. Oh, it does it, you know, it doesn't do it on the timer. We need the timer because our checkpoint position becomes the very frame, well, it's putting us the very frame before we became falling. So it technically works. What happened there? How do we get hurt twice? We should have like an invulnerable timer. Like if we just got hurt, we can't be hurt again until that timer's up. So we do need to figure that out. I'm going to leave a note for us to do that at some point. Because some glitch in there kind of, I guess not glitching, some bug in there made it so that we got hit twice. So let's say let's do this. There's like because I think we have an invulnerable like thing set upon the flash, the damage flash. Like if we're damage flashing, we can't take any damage, but I think we reset our damage flash upon a falling animation being equal to times played 1. So when we're in the graveyard, well, shoot, I don't know why we got hit twice there. This is looking great though. Yeah, we don't technically need... See, that's cool. He spits us into the hole. That's sick. That's what I want this dungeon to kind of focus around, is like a very narrow chasm and these guys spitting you. So at the beginning of the game, you don't have the 3 spells like I've got. You've only got 1. So just because they're attacking you and he's in range, the timing has to be right, because you have to get only 1 to be lit and try to hit him. Let's try it. Spell count, what do we call it? No. We set our spell count somewhere. Gosh. Spellcast entities count? I feel like it's in the constants. No. right there. Local spellcast entity count. So if we say that there's only one entity count for our spellcasting, we'll have just the one flame. So this is going to be more indicative of the first dungeon, because with your you know, with your orb, oh my gosh, that shouldn't be possible. Yeah, it's much harder with just one. How did we triggered? See, look at that. We triggered a chasm falling. And then we walked out of it. I thought that wasn't possible. We need to fix that. See, that one didn't let us stop. If we just nick it though. So if we're, let's see, once we do, I'm gonna put, we need to do, once we collide with a chasm and we become chasm falling, we need to then no longer allow our dx and dy. So maybe we reset our walk speed so that we don't keep walking at the very least, because the dx and dy is actually just being used for knockbacks. It's not being used for walking. Our walk speed is used for walking, and we move based on keyboard input and testing whether or not our key is being held, and then our walk speed. So we might need to, let's just try flushing our walk speed when we do a chasm collide. Let's just see if this will work. We just need to flush our walk speed. So our walk speed here. Walk speed gets 0. We need to reinitialize this so that we can actually walk after this, but I'm going to see if this fixes our issue. Okay, we should not be able to... Shit. Is it only that corner? See, what's weird is it's only when we're moving down and to the right, which is when our walk speed gets to be a bigger number. So it's almost like we have to tween twice as hard if we're on the other side. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, because look, we can't walk up and to the left and do the same shenanigans. We can't do it any other direction, but when we go down and to the right, we can do it. So let's just see. Oh, dude, we're not. It's like we're not even giving the right... Okay. Let's get rid of this. I think we just need to change the... down left chasm collide. Tween. So when we down left, we're going to move to our chasm collided X. Let's try this like more. Let's just do like a -8 here. And we'll see if it pulls us further, because it should pull us further than it's been. Oops. Okay. Shit, man. What chasm collide? Oh, jeez. What chasm collide is happening there? Okay. Yeah, let's figure out which direction fall is that mistake. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll get rid of that for now. It's just a downfall. Yeah, I think that the trigger for... See, that should not have been a downfall. Well... Okay, downfall. Is this first one. If we downfall, we don't even tweak our X. Let's tweak our X, because downfall isn't guaranteed to be directly above it. So we're just going to say that our player's X is going to get the object that we stored in our chasm collided X, X. Player dot chasm collided X. Okay, that should fix it. Alright, that should fix it. Nice. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, we need the same for up. So any up collide, we need to also tween. Oh, we are. We are tweening with... Oh, no we're not. No, we're not. Right here. Yeah, we'll tween the same thing. I've got it. Oh, did the same thing last time, didn't we? We did the same thing last time. Okay. Okay, sweet. Yes. See, we got hit twice there for some reason. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we fixed it. Now we don't have, we need further, I would like further checkpoint positions because it's just so close. You're literally 1 pixel away from falling when you respawn, which in certain scenarios like this, just moving left causes a down left collision, whereas moving down would make you safe. But okay, so we need to get better checkpoints. Let's test and make sure that our normal pits still work. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna have to just call pits chasms and treat pits like chasms because the logic's gonna be the same anyway. So yeah, I think we need to. Yeah, I think we need to just smush pits into chasms, and then I don't know why the pit broke all of a sudden. Actually, I don't know why. Maybe we turned something off in the commit yesterday. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's too much to look. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we can check. Let's check pit collision. We're not. What is this? Why do we even have this? Render the pit that is colliding with the player. Dude, that's the worst. That's the worst when nothing you do actually fixes it. Because then it's like a triple insult, It's like, 1, you wasted my time. 2, you can make one of them extend off the other. I don't even think we need it to extend off the other because they end up needing to do the same exact thing. So I think we can just call them chasms, and then we would have to draw. The render is just like we can get rid of that. Yeah, they fundamentally don't do anything different from one another at this point. So I think we can just kind of smush them into one. Okay, see, we are doing this. Pit proximity fall. See, this was my way of doing. This was my way of trying to do the little colliding hitboxes for our chasms. I just took the absolute difference of our X positions, compared it to a certain value, absolute value of our Y positions, which kind of worked. But it depends on which side you're on, because like if you're on the left side, that's why I did the math, the absolute value. Dude, yeah, I don't blame you. The Unity stuff, that sucks. That sucks. That has definitely happened to me a time or two where I do nothing and it just fixes itself by doing nothing. It's like nature's way of kind of teaching you that you need to take breaks sometimes, I think. Okay, I don't know why our pits aren't working. I feel like we took something out. But we need to, yeah, we need to smush pits into chasms. I don't know. You know, we could do like some quicksand or something with this logic. Okay, yeah. So basically we'll just need to draw a pit. I mean, let's just... I'd say we do it now. I'm not going to do it now because I feel like it's not going to go smooth, and then I'm going to be pulling my hair out before I go to bed, and I don't want to do that. So we will check our git diff, make sure we didn't touch anything we weren't supposed to. So we fixed our downfall tween collisions, fix our up chasm fall collisions. We added a different time to trigger our chasm falling animation, which looks pretty good. And then, yeah, I think we can take that out. We'll do that in our map. We'll take out this line. What is this? Oh, this is the line right here. Map update. This will fix it. 334 and a map update. That'll fix our falling. Yep, we turned off falling. And then I want to find where we did that input list thing. Turn that off again. That was my way of trying to like allow people to escape from the pit. So like it would start pulling you, but your DX would still give way. But if you let go of any inputs, you would be pulled. Oh, and then our checkpoint position is jacked. Yeah, we need a checkpoint position. So our pits are working again, but we need our better checkpoint position, which checkpoint positions. Yeah, see we need like a you know, we need to kind of, is this in our update? Yeah, thank God. Okay, so we can say we're gonna, if we're not falling and not chasm falling, we're just going to add, let's say, 1 second to this checkpoint tick. Then instead of just always assigning a checkpoint position, if our checkpoint tick is greater than the threshold, which we'll say is 1, then go ahead and pull those new checkpoint positions. And then reset checkpoint tick to 0. We need to define this checkpoint tick, probably in terms of our player, because we need to initialize it. Because right there we had a locally scoped variable always being assigned to 0 every frame, so that would have just never worked. So for this checkpoint tick, we will put self checkpoint tick. Okay. So if, oh gosh, basically we're saying if we're safe, go ahead and start to count up to 1. If we're safe and we're counting up to 1, then put your checkpoint positions in there. So now we should only update our checkpoint positions every 1 second of a safe position. No, it's still... Are we... Oh, not +1, plus delta time. Okay, cool. So there's that tick for our checkpoint. Every 1 second we're safe, it'll pick it, so... Oh, shit. It didn't pick it there because we weren't technically falling yet. Falling is, on our pit, on our pit method, falling doesn't happen until we trigger the animation to fall. Yeah, so we can't do that. We could just flush our checkpoint tick if we collide with a pit for now, and then we'll just have to... I think we still want to just combine pits and chasms because they're basically just the same thing. So if we collide with a pit, this is in the map. If we collide with a pit, then we're gonna reset our checkpoint tick so that we don't accidentally pull a checkpoint position. Okay, so that should fix it for pits, but I still do think we need to just combine pits and chasms. Because the idea with pit was that you can kind of fight your way out of it. Like you could... Okay, cool. The checkpoint worked. Nice. See, and it didn't put us right next to the pit. It put us to our last 1 second of safe place that we stood at. So I like that. But it does make an issue for the bats, right? So if we're here, I did try to do this thing where I made the bats fly away from you if you're falling. So if they're here, oh no. Okay. So they're pretty close to me. And then see how I almost spawned into them again. So I'm going to see if I can spawn into them. Well, I don't know. It looks pretty okay. It actually detected a collision and moved us out. But that, depending on the level design, that could get really screwy. Okay, I mean, it's actually pretty good. Especially if the bats are bottom left of you, because I think I gave them up and to the right. Logic? I don't know. It's actually pretty good. See, look. Yeah. When we respawned, it kind of scooted them out of the way because it detected a collision. But since we were damage flashing, it didn't do any damage to us. See, look. They fly upwards once I die to give you some space up there so that you don't spawn back into them right away. So just that little bit of flying away, I think, really helps. Sweet. Nice. This is fun. Sweet. Okay, cool. All right. I like it. Let's check our get diff real quick again. Okay. Okay, sweet. I don't think we need this graveyard timer to be that much different, but that's okay. Okay. It's all looking good to me. Cool. Okay. Let's commit, and we'll add a message saying that we added proper layer tweening for chasm collides, and also working checkpoint response. Sweet. All right, we will call it a night with that. It's already 10:50. Jeez. Thanks for hanging, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get some more programming done. Yo, I think Brightside's doing a beat challenge tonight. I'll raid out just cause he's a homie. He's got a game on Steam that he's coming out. Yo, hey, good night, Rev. Thanks for hanging, dude. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, we did the beat challenge with Brightside the other week, and that was a ton of fun. But hey, peace out, everyone. Have a good night.